Today's guest, we have an Ifbb pro, Stephen Pettis, aka the captain. Please welcome him to the stage. Woo! How are you, brother?
Good, thank you.
So, if I were to name a guy who made the most progress in 2021 from Japan, I would probably say it's you, Stephen.
Thank you.
Yeah?
Appreciate that.
Like, you know, your popularity in Japan is just like skyrocketing.
Thank you.
I can see that.
Thank you.
And like, I was doing I made a prediction video, like
Okay.
who's gonna be the winner for the Amateur Olympia Japan.
Yep.
And I was reading all my comments and people were rooting for you. Like, I was reading it, everyone was saying it's gonna be Stephen.
Yeah,
Stephen's
yeah.
gonna be the new Ifbb pro.
Awesome.
Like, it's gonna be the captain.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like no one really knows who you are,
True,
and
yeah.
that's including myself.
Okay.
So in this interview, we can just start off with basic questions, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
All right, so the first question, how long have you been training for?
Actually, been training since I was in 7th grade,
7th grade.
middle school. Yeah.
Wow.
It's because of football, basketball.
Right.
You had to learn the basics, the foundations, the compound movements, because
Right.
they want you to be big, strong, fast. So I learned that. I learned all the basics in middle school.
Right, so you played a lot of sports, I guess.
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Basketball,
Basketball, football, track, cross
everything.
country. Yeah.
Wow. Wait, so you got into, and how old are you now?
32.
32. So you've been training for like almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a really long time.
I would say serious training, 2017.
So that would be like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 or
Yeah.
5 years now.
Yeah.
And when was the very first competition that you did?
My first competition was 2018
Is
in
that-
May. I did there's a military show,
Right,
military classic, and then Atlantic Coast Classic.
right.
That show I won the overall.
Oh, you got the overall win.
Yeah.
So it's not IFBB or anything. It's just,
No, it's NPC regional show.
Oh, it's official NPC though.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
right. Wow.
Yeah.
And you got the overall win, but you didn't get IFBB Pro card or anything there.
No, because in the States you have to do at least the regional show,
Yeah.
and if you place top 2, then you can go to nationals, which is the pro qualifier. But I did the first show was a regional show. I won the overall.
Right. So you didn't do the nationals.
No, I wanted to actually see if it was a good thing or not. So I did another show because I could have stepped on stage and with my pro card, but I was like, let's see how good I really am.
Right.
And so I did another show in Texas, and I won that overall.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wait. So how many competitions have you done, like altogether, including the ones in Japan?
It's been about 7 competitions,
7 shows.
including the Japan Pro, and including the pro qualifier.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, what motivated you to become an IFBB Pro? Like you told me, because like if you win the, if you know, like if you won the overalls in Texas and stuff, I would assume like you knew that you had a really good potential in the game.
Okay.
But like, why didn't you just turn pro at that time?
Steps, baby steps.
Baby steps.
I wanted to make sure that I knew what I was doing on stage, and make sure that I knew, like, okay, let's see if I can win this show in this state. Let's go to a different state, see how good I am.
Right.
So then that's when I went to Texas and did that show, and I was like, oh shit, I won that one also.
So you turned pro at Amateur Olympia Japan.
Yes.
Yes. So I got more questions on that.
Okay.
Very first question, how was it?
How was the show?
How was the show? Yeah. How did you feel on the
I would
stage?
say the morning of the show, I did my 4 a.m. check with my coach, Omar, and I was like, we're on.
Omar Ventura, right?
Yeah.
He's the coach of Raymond Edmonds, Andre
Raymond,
Ferguson, Kaike Pro.
Yep.
Yeah. What does he tell you about your physique? Like he coaches like, you know, all the top Olympians.
Yeah,
so I'm
he does.
really curious to know what he thinks about your physique.
He thinks we have the potential to be at the Olympia stage.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Contender,
Yeah.
even contender Olympia title?
Top 10.
I see that too.
I hope so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So what do you think your strengths is in terms of like men's physique?
Aesthetics. I was definitely blessed with having great aesthetics.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
You got a frame, in my opinion, right? I think you have a really strong frame.
Yeah.
and your waist is so small.
Very small.
But at the same time, you have a really strong lower lats.
Yeah.
So you have that really nice V taper.
Yeah.
And when you take the back pose, it almost looks like a tree, like a thick trunk.
Appreciate that.
And you got a, tree growing out.
Appreciate that.
Creating that V shape.
Yeah.
What about, do you think you have any like weaknesses, things to improve on?
I think everyone has something they can improve on.
Yeah.
Everybody does. Nobody's just perfect in every aspect of their body or posing or confidence. I think everywhere you can improve.
So what would that be for you?
Well, I want to improve everything. I want to bring everything out. I want to bring the delts out, bring the chest out, bring the back out, thicker, denser, wider posing. I want to be the best poser in the game.
How often do you practice your posing routine?
Not as often as I think I probably should. Definitely in season, it's a daily thing. Just when I see a mirror, it's, hey, let's stop. Let's do a quick pose.
You know the posing routine that you did?
Yeah.
That looked really similar to Raymond's, and like, is that what your coach told you to do?
That's funny because the show in May
yes.
that I did, the Hidetaga Yamagishi Irish Style Show.
Yeah.
That morning before the show, I FaceTimed with my coach and Raymond. And so whenever I was doing the pose, Raymond was like, hey, do this.
Right.
So
you got a direct advice from him?
Yeah. It was cool.
That's amazing.
I was going crazy. I was a huge fanboy.
Right. So like, how did you get to know like Omar and like Raymond? Since when do you have those connections?
Well, I don't know like Raymond personally, just through that one FaceTime. But my coach, Omar, when I did my first competition, I knew about Omar. And I was like, I want him to be my coach.
Right.
One day, I want him to coach me. I actually reached out to Omar in 2018, and he wrote back saying, hey, fill out this paperwork. I was like, there's no way Omar's gonna take me. I'm a rookie, first show, he would never take me in as a client. But eventually, after competing for a few years, he did take me in as a client. And so, yeah, I mean, he was my dream coach to have since 2018.
Right. How important is it to have a coach? Like, I feel like, I'm not too sure about this, but I feel like competitors in Japan, they often do everything by themselves. Is it like,
I think
really important to have a coach?
There is nothing wrong with having a second set of eyes professionally and who have the experience looking at you.
True.
I think it's very important to have a coach.
Right.
It takes away the thinking. The coach does everything. Hey, do this, do this, do this. I just do it.
So you just do the work that he tells you to do.
There's no thinking at all.
Right.
He says, do this, I do it.
So I guess you have to have like really trustful relationship with your coach.
I mean, he coached
True.
Raymond. He won the Olympia.
Yeah, true.
Dre, Kaiki.
True.
You got to trust that.
True. More on the Amateur Olympia Japan.
Okay, yeah.
You got the overall win on the 13th.
Yeah.
You beat Farouk and you beat everyone else.
Yeah.
But you fell fifth on the next day.
Yeah.
So like, I was wondering like, what happened?
When you do bodybuilding, you have a peak week, right?
Yes.
The goal for me was to peak for the pro card.
Right.
That was it. My main focus, my main goal was to get the pro card.
Right.
And so I peaked for that pro card.
Right. I see.
The next day, it was hard for me to maintain that same look because I already peaked. So I couldn't maintain that same look that I had for the pro qualifier.
So looking back on it, would you say your like last minute condition was a little bit different? Like how different was it? Like
it was. I couldn't keep it as tight as I wanted to.
Right.
I was real tight, conditioned for the pro qualifier.
Right.
I couldn't maintain that same look that I wanted to.
Right. So you lost that dried, crispy look, like full muscles and everything.
Yeah.
Right. Because I didn't watch the pro qualifier.
Okay.
I only watched the Japan Pro.
Oh, I came in crispy.
Yeah.
I was tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was tight.
Okay, so but yeah, that experience, like when you have to compete twice in such a short range of time.
Yeah.
it must have been a really difficult thing.
Very difficult.
Yeah.
You know, because the day before the show, that's when you make, you know, some crazy changes. You know, you introduce carbs to your body. You may take out some water, and then I was so thirsty.
Right.
The next day after the pro qualifier, I had to drink some water. I didn't want to dehydrate myself even more.
Yeah.
I had to drink in some water, eat some food, take in carbs, and of course that hurts you.
True.
But like I said, the main focus, the main goal was the pro card.
Pro card.
Not only that, I got the overall.
So you accomplished that. You know?
Yeah, I got what I wanted.
Yeah. You not only you got the IFBB pro card,
Right.
but you won the whole thing.
That was the goal. Yeah.
Yeah, that was your day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'd assume like it must have been hard for you to like compete twice, like two days in a straight, 2 days straight. But like, for example, Olympia, if you were to go to the Olympia, you have to compete, like pre-judging is in the morning, like it starts at 9 a.m. or something.
Right.
And the finals is in the evening.
Same
so
day
like
though.
12 hours.
Same day.
Yeah, it's on the same day. And you have to compete twice on the same day.
Yeah, but what was different was that the next show was 24 hours later.
Right, so is that a really big difference? Like, if you...
I wouldn't say yes, of course it is a difference. Because I feel like in bodybuilding, prejudging is when you get your placing almost. So you got to come in tight for prejudging. I don't think it's difficult to maintain that same tightness for 12 hours. But 24 hours, it was hard to maintain that.
Right.
Yeah. For me it was, at least for that show. And you know, bodybuilding, you know, once you hit your peak, that's it. That's your peak. There's no way I can peak today and peak again tomorrow.
True.
That's your peak. I hit my peak for what I wanted, which was the pro
qualifier. Yeah. Nice. Okay, different topic, but who is your favorite men's physique athlete? And let me guess, is it Brandon Hendrickson?
It is not.
Oh, it's not?
It's not.
Okay, because you wore the same pants as he did.
The color looks good.
The dark sports?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so that was total coincidence.
That was just because of the color.
Oh,
the
right.
teal.
So
I'm a fan of Brandon Hendrickson.
Right, so who's your favorite then?
Andre Ferguson.
Right.
My teammate.
You're a teammate.
It's cool to say that, yeah.
True,
Yeah.
it is very cool to say that. Eh?
Yeah.
Do you know him personally?
I do. I've never met him. I've talked to him through email one time, and he was like, dope physique. And I was like, this is crazy. Andre Ferguson said I have a good physique. It's crazy.
Yeah, true. His physique and your physique, I can see like, it's a little bit similar.
That's a huge compliment to me. I think he has the best physique in the men's physique game, yeah.
Like his body is like really symmetrical.
It's very, perfect.
And like I said, your body, like your frame, the frame you have, it's like super symmetrical, and at the same time you got that really strong V-taper.
I appreciate that.
I'd say like it's one of the best V-taper in the game.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean it.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, so moving on. So what is next? Like what's next? Do you have any competitions planned or what's happening next year?
Of course, I want to compete next year. I'm looking at a few shows. I'm looking at possibly Chicago Pro.
Oh wow.
Yeah, maybe DC Pro. Yeah, I definitely want to compete next year.
So that's around summer. Is it in August or something?
Yeah, it's like April through May or June. Yeah.
Oh right.
Yeah.
So are you gonna keep competing until you qualify for the Olympia?
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
The goal is the Olympia.
How do you want to place in? How do you want to place in the Olympia? Let's say you qualified. What's the goal?
Honestly, I just want to be there.
You just want to be there.
I just want to be there. Yeah. Of course, win.
Yeah.
But
like realistically.
Of course, yeah. But being real, you know, I just want to be there. I want to step on that stage.
And I'd assume you would like probably want to keep competing and
Absolutely.
like keep like appearing on Olympia every day, every year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And keep improving that placing.
I got my first goal was to become a pro. The second is to step on that stage, the big stage.
Right.
Yeah.
So you raise the bar each time you reach the goal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love the challenge.
And your final goal is probably?
Of course, you already know.
Okay.
Win it.
Win it. Yeah.
One day, yeah.
One day.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
So I was watching the video, chest day video with Shun,
Okay.
the one you did with Shun,
Yeah,
Kanakin.
yeah.
And you were saying like, oh, I don't call my improvement, I don't call my off-season off-season. You
Yeah.
call it an improvement season.
Correct.
And you were saying like you have to bring up like muscle group. I'm gonna work on the
Yeah,
muscle
yeah,
group and
yeah.
like bring the size and stuff.
Yeah.
Is it mainly upper body or like where is it?
Improving the whole body,
Whole body?
even including legs.
Right.
Even though they don't show, you still got to improve that.
Why? Okay, like from fans' perspective,
Okay.
like why do athletes, like men's physique athletes, they don't show their legs? Why do you train them?
Why do we train them? I feel like, well, there's so much scientific data, of course,
Yeah, of course.
that when you do legs, you squat, it raises your testosterone in your body, forcing your entire body to grow.
Right.
That's why I think we should train legs. You want to have a complete physique,
True.
not just
Upper body.
Upper body.
Yeah, true. Okay, so during the off season, you're gonna try and improve everything.
everything,
Yeah.
including calves.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything.
I feel like you have like perfect physiques. You just need it, so you don't
Yeah.
you don't want to like break
Yeah.
the balance, I guess.
Correct.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you random questions.
Let's go.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So how old are you?
32.
32 years
32
old.
years old.
And you have 3 kids. You told me.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
When was so like when did you move to Japan?
I moved to Japan 2018 October.
So you've been here for like a bit
Just over 3 years. Yeah.
just over 3 years.
Yeah.
Right. How do you like Japan?
I love it.
You love it?
Yeah.
You're mainly staying in Okinawa.
Okinawa.
I assume. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like the people and do you like the food there? Like history, like
I would say I can wear a tank top and short sleeve and shorts every single day. I
True.
love that.
oh yeah.
What's not to love?
All right. So this is Kanakin's gym. So this is like in Tokyo. Are you finding it cold?
It's night and day. It's super cold here. Very cold, yeah.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? So do you speak Japanese at all?
None.
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 Can you understand? No.
None.
So you probably can't read and write either.
I tend to use my phone for Google Translate
Yeah.
when I'm talking to people.
Right.
Yeah, I don't understand anything.
Right. But I was going through your Instagram stories.
Okay.
And you reposted someone's you received a message from a Japanese fan.
Okay, yeah.
And you were responding to them, I think.
Okay.
I think the guy sent you a message in Japanese.
Okay.
But you somehow understood and replied to him in English, and he reposted and
Yeah.
you reposted. So I was like, oh,
Google Translate.
Google Translate.
Google Translate.
So do you wish you could speak Japanese so you could like
Absolutely.
communicate to them like directly?
Absolutely. I wish I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to learn. Yeah.
So like for you, I feel like you have so many Japanese fans.
I definitely feel the
Yeah.
love. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I feel the love all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
It's insane. It's crazy. It's actually it's very humbling to me
right.
to see somebody say, "Hey, can I have your autograph?" or
True.
"Can I take a picture with you?" It's crazy. Yeah.
We had an event today.
Yeah.
Hey, and can I ask how many people talked to you and spoke to you and like asked for autographs and
Ooh, man.
many, right?
Many. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even count. It's amazing.
If you're walking in town like Shinjuku, does anyone talk to you like, oh, are you Steven? Does that ever happen to you?
Yeah, it happens.
Oh, it happens?
It happens, but it happens mainly around like the bodybuilding events,
Right.
the expos.
Right.
You know, when you're staying close to the venue, and you're staying in a hotel where the venue's near, then people who are competing in the event or the venue, they know. Like they say, "Hey, Steven," I'm like, "Oh my God, that's crazy." I'm in the hotel lobby,
Yeah.
or I'm at Family Mart or Lawson's,
Yeah.
and I'm getting pictures taken.
And how do you feel about that? Like,
At first, it was I was like, I'm just Steven, you know, I'm nobody important. I'm just here to compete. But now it's amazing. It's such a blessing.
yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Final question. You know, people call you the captain, like Captain Steven.
They
Like,
do.
where did the name Captain come from?
The name Captain came from the show I did in May, the Hikitaga.
Irish. Yeah.
At first, when they called me the captain, I assumed it's because they knew I was military. So I was like, okay, Captain Military, makes sense. But then after reading some YouTube comments, it was because they said I was the leader of the show.
That's what they meant.
Yeah.
So So you.
I think. I hope.
Do you like the name Captain?
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
It's cool because I didn't give myself
True.
the nickname. They gave it to me. Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like you like it. You call yourself the captain.
I don't mind it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. And you're also starting a YouTube channel, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
When is that going to be?
Hoping to drop my first video next week, but very, very soon.
Very, very
Going
soon.
for next week, yeah.
Okay. All right. Say something to your fans.
YouTube channel coming soon. The name is Steven's Physique. Subscribe, please. It'll be great content, workout videos, tips, what I do on a daily basis as far as eating, nutrition, working out, preparing for a competition. You'll see all that.
So it's going to be like a lot of vlogging, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of vlogging.
Yeah, like how what it's like to be an IFBB pro.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's going to be really awesome to watch. I'll make sure to put the link in the description.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for the interview. I had a great time.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. All right. Can I please have your captain out?
Hey, captain out.
Do that again. I think do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the captain part?
Yeah.
Hey, captain out.